All right, trial prep. Today's a full day, sweatpants, roll up your sleeves and get ready to work. Trial starts Monday. I've been working, I've been preparing, but now we're in the final countdown towards trial. So how do you go about doing it? In court, I suggest think on your feet, be fluid. Don't be so rigid, don't be so stiff. Trial prep is the opposite. Rigid, stiff, inflexible, anal in what you do. You need to go through every page. I start with the defense exhibits. Those are the plaintiff boxes. These are all the defense exhibits, thousands of pages. Why do I start there? Because this is where they're hiding the good stuff. This is what they think is the key to their case. So I can't take for granted. I can't leave it to somebody else. I have, in the last day or so, I've read every single page. Well, in truth, I haven't read every single page. I've gone through every single page, thousands and thousands, and I've identified and charted exhibits that I think are going to be really important to the defense and why. And now I've tabbed them because these are exhibits I'm going to want to use, I think, during trial myself from the defendant's book. And I've also identified several volumes where I need to spend the next 2 or 3 hours or later today or in the middle of the night, whenever I have to do it, to read every single page of every single line, because these are articles and publications, and you don't take those for granted. They can be dangerous. Read them, see what's helpful and see what's not. So I start with the defense exhibits. I'm going to go through the plaintiff exhibits to make sure we have everything, but I know what's in them, right? These are my exhibits. We put this together. But I'll go through and make sure we have what we want, and tabbing with yellow stickies or green or blue stickies. I'm going to tab the exhibits that I like the best, that I know for sure I want to have that in my hand and for sure use it in trial, the ones I really like. So we start getting together, going through the exhibits, putting everything together, deciding how to organize it. I make sure I have a good handle on it. There's books over there from the defense. I don't think anyone's going to ever use them. Most of those are just duplicates. I don't know, they're burying me in paper. But there's 6 volumes of nothing, and the rest have something. So let's go look at the witness books. All right, it's all about organization. You saw defense exhibits, then plaintiff exhibits. Now what we have here in the other room of my house is witnesses and some of the other miscellaneous stuff. So here, trial notebook, trial Bible. I have my jury panel information. I have the voir dire questions I'm going to ask prepared, witness list, exhibit list. Everything I need at my fingertips is right here. Proof I've paid jury fees and small nonsense like that, but it can become important. Information on the experts, and I even keep a settlement conference mediation brief here because sometimes when I show up for trial, they send me to try to settle the case. So everything I think I'm going to need, I keep it in one notebook just like this, my trial notebook. It goes everywhere with me during the trial. To the hotel, to the courtroom, home, everywhere. Now, next is witness. So the witness book, it's a witness notebook. In this case, I have 3 like this. They're tabbed. Every one is a separate witness. I have them in alphabetical order, and I have who's offering it, plaintiff or defense, and then I have a description. Is it a treater, an expert? The color coding says whether it's plaintiff or defendant, and it's all organized. And then when you go to the sections, I have summaries of the depositions with my notes on them, what's important, why it's important, key for the plaintiff, key for the defense. This one says key bullshit, meaning that must be a defense argument, this total bullshit. And I have the deposition transcripts. I have often their reports. I have their CVs for the witnesses, both plaintiff and defendant, so I have them at my fingertips. I have other information that might be used if it's an article, references to exhibits. And then when I prepare my questions, if you look, let's see, write out questions. Yes, I still write out questions. 37 years, I still have an outline of what I'm going to ask the witnesses, or even fully write it out on cross-exam. I have it right here. So I know I pick up the witness book, I have my questions, I have my depo summary, I have the deposition transcript all right here. So this is the witness notebook preparation, and for every witness in the trial, everything important is here, and I bring these with me everywhere. And now let's take a look at some of the other stuff. All right, and so also you have your trial boxes. I've gone through the trial box with folks before. You have a whole video on the trial box, so I won't go through it again. We have all our, notepads and yellow pads and the jury forms. This one, I have the Arizona Trial Handbook. Look at all these little notes. I had to learn Arizona law. The good news is, it's like the same as California evidence code. It's all about the same, little differences, and a lot of it follows federal rules anyway. Arizona is a little stricter. It is more like federal rules of evidence. I have the pretrial motion notebooks, plaintiff books, defense books, but the judge has already ruled on them. Did a fine job, called them. They always do a fine job if they call them the way I would call them. Didn't mean I win them all, but I think he kind of got them all right. I have hole punchers. I have a very steady supply of Dordick water, Look at my pictures on the back. It's because I'm going to the desert. I better bring a lot of water, right? And that's about the way it's set up. It's the way I do things. I often start with the witness books. Even though I showed you earlier going through all the exhibits, the way I prepare for trial is go through every deposition, summary of depositions, sometimes the actual depositions depending on the witness. I start by reading every single deposition on every single witness, and that way I know what the witness say, what the plaintiff experts say, what the defendant's experts say, what the contentions are, and I make sure I start there. Then you blend to what exhibits are important, what exhibits help you on both sides, and then I make sure I have all the details under control. I have the notice of lodging of documents. I have some summaries of the medical records. I have mock jury reports. I have an exhibit list from the court. I have everything that we need, and I make sure that it's in a good, clear, concise, organized fashion. This is Friday. Trial's Monday. I'm going to fly out to Arizona on Sunday. So I'm going to, over the course of this weekend, finish my review, pack it all up, and set up camp in Arizona. And I'll also have a full set of everything in the courtroom, a full set of everything in my hotel room, and a full set of everything back home, because trial's 4 days a week. So I'm going to be working here on the trial Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and work from Arizona Monday through Thursday. So that's the plan. I'm feeling good about it. We're excited. And hey man, get out of here. I got to go back to work.